this weekend, instead of going south to the warm weather, we went north like idiots to the snow. We're out here in Rush City, Minnesota. Matt and I came up here just kind of hanging out with our friend Josh Robinson. You may know him from drifting. They've got two 350Zs here, or 350Zs as they call them. And we're going ice drifting, ice racing, maybe a little ice fishing tonight. We go party in the snow. Check out these cars, hang out with Josh, and hop in the passenger seat for some rides. It's going to be pretty wild. Mr. Josh Robinson, last time I saw you was in LA, I think?
It was, yeah, for the Fast and the Furious premiere.
That's right.
What's going on?
Not too much. And we met you like a year before that. We went out drifting in your ute when you debuted it. It was like fresh build.
That's right, straight off the boat.
That was amazing. And you went through a bunch of such tires just for our cameras, which we appreciate. And now we're out here in Minnesota in 10-degree weather. Doing what? Tell me all about what's going on here, because you hit me up and you're like, let's go ice drifting. I was like, I'm not going to say no.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so last year I was fortunate enough to get an invitation from Fredrik Asbo, another Formula Drift driver, to come out to Norway and experience ice drifting in his Toyota Supras. And I'd never done it before, I didn't know what to expect, but the first time I did it I was just like, man, this is next level. And so for the last year I've been building these two cars just to come back out here and do it again in America.
So tell me about ice drifting. Obviously the big part to this is the tires. A drift car is a drift car, but to get good grip on the surface here, what's it take?
Yeah, so we run World Rally Car tires.
Oh.
So they've got 7mm studs, 380 studs per tire. There's only 2 manufacturers in the world that make them.
What size tire is it?
It's really small, it's a 205 width, and that's as wide as they come.
Is that intentional, or is this what they make?
No, they do it because you don't want a really wide tire. It needs to be narrow so that it actually gets down below the snow and starts to tear up the ice.
Ah, if it's too wide, it's going to be hard to dig in.
That's right, and you can see what it does, like over here.
Yep. Oh wow, it digs in real, like if you take a hard corner.
That's just from a single pass. So it really shreds the surface of the ice.
Yeah. What else do you do to prep these cars for these conditions?
So on these ones we run a K&N intake just to make it breathe a little bit easier. We have the Mishimoto cooling, which it's probably got a little bit of a day off today, but typically when we're running in Texas, then you really need that cooling. We have Koenig wheels, ISR arms, so it's very similar to a normal drift car setup. We also run HP tuners just so we can keep an eye on all of the data and things like that. Exedi Hyper Twin Clutch, so it's very similar to what I run in my Formula Drift car. We run Super Pro bushes as well, just to tighten everything up because they are 10-year-old cars, so anything that we can do to make it run a little bit better makes a big difference. And the other one that we have is GK Tech lock kits in there and the dual caliper hydraulic handbrakes. So again, very similar to a traditional Formula Drift car, and BC Racing coilovers. And we also run the Duralast brake, rotors, pads, and calipers. We also run the Duralast coil packs as well, which has been a pretty key one for us this week because the old factory ones started to die and cause us no end of headaches. So the guys at AutoZone managed to bring those in for us, and yeah, got them overnighted, which was pretty good. And so we installed those, and she's back up and running as good as new.
And tell me about the course that we're standing on right now.
So now we've got an ultra high speed outside track that we can get up to maybe 100 and a bit mile an hour, and this lower speed track here is maybe 40 to 50 mile an hour, but it's a lot more technical and just lots of switchbacks and really fun.
That's the stuff you like.
Yeah, it's just good fun to throw it in and roost some snow at innocent camera operators and get on door.
So what are we doing this weekend? We do a little drifting here today, and then this weekend they've got the racing guys coming out?
Yeah, that's right. So all the local ice race guys are coming out tomorrow to mix it up with us. So I'm sure we'll go out and do some drifting as well. But we're going to try door-to-door ice racing for the first time. I've never done it, but I think you guys have. So it should be some fun.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a blast. Well, we're going to watch you drift some, hop in some cars, and see what it's all about.
All right,
thanks,
look forward to it.
softer in the snow, it seems like.
Yeah, for sure. Good times, huh?
That is sweet.
Good fun?
That is amazing. R.I.P. Bumper. I think you forgot something.
I don't know, they just fall off around here. Yeah, the weight of the car was off. It was a bit heavy on the left, but
Yep.
it's perfect now.
Best souvenir to bring home from Minnesota right there.
I'll put this in the Denali, don't tell him.
That was amazing. Thank you for the ride.
Glad you enjoyed it, man.
Epic.
It's a good time, huh?
Hell yes. Well, day 2 out here in Minnesota in the Arctic. We've got a little bit of new snow on the ground, and we're doing some side-by-side racing today. A little different than drifting yesterday. We've got a whole different group of cars out here. Looks like mainly a bunch of 4-cylinder cars, front-wheel drive, and then there's the crazy Aussie drifter Josh out here. Brent's trying to get his car ready right now, see if he can get in on the action, and about to hit the racetrack. These guys have a legit operation out here with the ice racing. The course is a little bit over a mile long, and it's the fast course we were running on yesterday. So throw some GoPros in some cars, show you some drone footage of what this track looks like, see what happens. All right, here we go. Back with Josh, see if we can stay out of the snowbanks.
I make no promises.
Do some wheel-to-wheel stuff here, this should be interesting. We're gonna start in the back of the pack, see how we can do.
ラインとリズムをコピーしているからこそついていけるが、単独でこれを再現するのは俺でも難しい。恐ろしいやつだぜ。
Hell yeah. You alright?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm good. Woo! You got after a little hard there, huh? Jesus. Oh, oh!
There it is.
That was a wild one.
How'd that feel?
Not bad. Thank God it's snow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's where he got us.
Did you feel it?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, it
Right
is.
here, it's your studs.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna have to like.
Oh. Do you have a jack handle? Do you have a jack handle? For a phone book?
We're learning all sorts of tricks about zip ties and fender rolling.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Good. You're all right.
It's rubbing on this piece of plastic.
It's hitting
on
the
back
it's hitting
now.
the front. It's hitting the front washer. You're hitting right here. Yeehaw!
That's a good day of racing right there.
All right, next up we are gonna go for a ride in the Rabbit. I gotta see what this front wheel drive ice racing's all about. So as long as your foot's in it, it's gonna keep steering you with the front tires.
Wow, it's really throwing it off with you in here. I haven't had anybody in here yet today.
That's crazy. You're whipping it out there as much as the rear-wheel drive cars are. That's cool.
Not what you'd expect from front wheel.
No, not at all. It's crazy. That's my favorite part of this car, that little switch back there.
Say that again.
I like that switch back there in this car. It's awesome. That was a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Sure. Yeah, this one's been a race car for close to 20 years.
Really?
Yep.
Half of its life, probably.
It's been redone a few times.
Yeah. There's not much there, but it puts out plenty of power to throw her around.
Well, for just as light as the car too, it's like, you know, I've played out front and other racing and stuff, and I just prefer playing in the middle of the pack where there's always cars around.
Yeah.
It's just funner.
Keeps it interesting.
It is. It does.
Especially in this. You got snow coming up on you, behind you chasing sideways.
Yep.
That's
And
a
you know,
blast.
the trick I've learned where I finally got comfortable this year is the closer I get to the butt of them, the back of them, the less snow dust.
Oh, yeah.
If you get close enough, it won't come up onto you.
Yeah.
But that's a delicate balance of how long you can stay there.
I'm sure. I love that you don't need 500, 600 horsepower to come play out here.
Yeah.
I mean, we got pro drifters out here with 300 horsepower.
Yeah.
And you guys are having a blast with 100, 150,
Yeah.
200.
The one at the back, that one's less than 100 horse, probably
Really?
in the 70 to 80s. But
Super
you're still-
light.
Yeah, you're just still out here fun.
Yep.
All the different classes. It's a thinking
And-
game because every corner you have to know who's around you. Are they front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive? How are you going to come into the corner? How are you going to go out?
And the snow walls, no big deal, especially in a car like this. Everything's steel. You're not going to tear a plastic bumper off on this thing.
Not quite like you guys have done. They have done.
Yep. Well, thank you for the ride. I appreciate it. That was a blast.
Thank you.
So that's what ice racing is all about. That was an incredible time. Had a blast riding in cars. And I got to say, two funniest things about this is just the style of racing is crazy, but you don't need an expensive car to race out here and just have fun. And then the front wheel drive cars here, it's crazy. They act like rear wheel drive cars just with how they have to drive them out here. It was just mind blowing. I'd encourage you guys to come out here and check this out. Bring your own car. Don't need studded tires. You can come out and do time attack, which is regular tires, but you won't have quite as much fun. He's gonna let this back to the shop. We might be driving these cars on Monday, I think, if the weather holds out, and if they're still in good condition. They went through a lot today. But that's a wrap from the side-by-side here on Saturday. So for the last day out here in Minnesota, Matt and I are gonna hop in the driver's seat and go have some fun with these cars. We were planning on going out to the drift track and having some fun, but the wind and the snow the last couple of days has just destroyed the tracks. So we did some ice fishing yesterday while it was blizzard conditions. We're gonna hop in these cars and see what it's all about. You ready, Matt?
Yeah. I am ready.
Time to drive some studded tires.
I'm a little
We've
nervous.
driven in the snow plenty, being Midwesterners, but this is gonna be interesting.
I'm a little nervous. Those studded tires like to dig in. I don't want to get stuck.
We'll be fine. We got plenty of trucks to pull us out. Here we go. Nice drift car driving around. Take one. Nice and bumpy. That was a blast. This parking lot was basically perfectly smooth ice with a little bit of snow over it when I got here, and now you can see it. It's like a 4x4 track now. It's just grooved like crazy. Matt and I had a blast out here running together. That was awesome. Shout out to Josh. Thank you for one hell of an experience letting us drive these cars, bringing them all the way up here from Minnesota, from Texas. It's been a blast. Hopefully we see a lot more ice drifting in the States here soon. See if this starts a trend maybe, but it was awesome. Thank you to the Flickabirds and Buzz for everything out here. It's been awesome. We'll see you guys next time.